Alright, we are live. It is Friday. It is Planet Zoo Day. I hope everybody had a good week. There might be a little bit of wind noise in the background. It is warm in here, so we have the fan on. So, yeah. We had the trailer for Planet Zoo 2 drop yesterday. That was exciting. All of the Planet Zoo... or Planet Zoo 2's trailer, excuse me. All of the Planet Zoo content creators were going wild, shall I say, in their YouTube reviews of the trailer. And I can't blame them. There's some interesting stuff coming. I'm excited to see how it goes. It is... I know it's up on Steam for pre-order. It's supposed to come out the beginning of October. I believe it was October 13th. I think? Yeah. Beginning of October. Early October. We will be pre-ordering it here. We haven't done it yet. We need to get the money for the pre-order. Don't know if that's gonna happen next month or maybe July, but we do plan on pre-ordering it, and we are planning to get the deluxe edition. Because there are just some few cool things in there that both piqued our interest, and should be all sorts of fun. But until the meantime, to keep ourselves busy, we will continue working on Tappy Feet, Children's Zoo, and if I have any hope of getting this finished, I might have to start doing some work in the background on it off stream. I can try to record it and then just post it up later as I have time to edit it. Or I can just keep going on it live until Zoo 2 launches and then work on anything remaining in the background on Zoo 1. Okay. Well, that's interesting. Why did you crash? You were loading.
What crashed?
Zoo.
Huh.
As my zoo was loading.
Alright, we'll close it out and try again.
Didn't give a reason for the crash, just that it crashed. Okay.
Well, I only did reseat a few things. I might have to reseat everything and see if the cat went and did something, but if it starts playing on its own, then just keep playing. See if your zoo loads. Or did it just finally reach the breaking point?
I don't know.
Do me a favor. Hit Control-Alt-Delete to bring up your...
Back up, because I have to get to the keyboard. I was right up on the keyboard tray. You said Control-Alt-Delete?
Yep. Okay, go to Task Manager. And we want to leave that running while we try to load your... Go ahead and load your zoo.
Okay. What will happen? I'm kind of annoyed that it turns the camera hub on, even though I don't have the camera engaged on this one.
Oh, yeah, well. Might also be the driver running the camera, so...
Like, am I at my...
Must have just been a fluke.
Okay. I mean, they did do that free update. I don't know if that had anything to do with it. It was just being weird about it. I didn't hit update on it.
Did you do that last week, too?
Yeah, when I was doing a weird maneuver and hit the arrow key on my keyboard to move at the same time, and I think I pissed it off. And I think that's why it crashed. With the specific...
Do you always hit resume from that autosave instead of loading your save file?
Yes.
Okay, you may want to try loading the save file.
My...
If it autosaves and something goes wrong on the save while it's closing...
I didn't know that was an autosave. I thought it was just reopening the last zoo that was...
Yeah, but I think the last time it does that is the autosave as you exit. Just worth considering.
Where are you going?
I'm not going anywhere.
Oh, it sounded like you put your...
No, I put it there to secure the bloody pillow.
I do want it to stop raining, though.
Can't you turn off weather?
I don't know. Can I?
I could have sworn you could in settings or something.
In settings?
Might be. Hang on. Can you click that? Actual little weather icon? Yeah. Turn off weather.
I thought that just turned off clouds.
I thought that turned off weather. Well, I'll pause and find out. Nope, okay. Oh, it's transitioning to sunny. There you go.
Okay. Just because it's an extra layer that we don't really need right now. And we'll throw that back into pause. Okay. Now, we need to... I forgot, we still had to do the queue. It wasn't so simple as just putting in the wagon slash stroller, which doesn't exist as a usable thing in the game. Parking. And the bathroom, I forgot we had to do the entrance and exit still over here. Let me see. I didn't want to... I mean, I guess I could duplicate it. Or... I could just come in and unselect those things. Let's see if we can actually move this over here. This might be easier said than done. So putting it over there is not really... Well, I mean, it could potentially fit. So do I need to leave Task Manager open?
No, you can close it. I mean, it does no harm to leave it open, but...
Okay, well, I'm gonna ask a dumb girl question.
Okay.
Or just a dumb person question.
Not dumb, just not knowing what's up.
What was the purpose of Task Manager being
If you look at the
open?
very top of all those columns,
Uh-huh.
it tells you how much resources you're using at any given point.
Uh-huh.
I was seeing if anything was flatlining when you loaded your thing. So if memory suddenly jumped up to 100% or dropped down to 0 and then it crashed, it would be possibly a memory problem.
So is that my RAM?
Yeah, memory is your RAM,
Okay.
CPU is your processor.
Okay. So then we'd know that either the RAM is dying a slow, painful death, or something's screwy.
Yeah. Or it would rule both of those out and it might be the graphics card. Or if the disk suddenly acted weird, that would be your hard drive. It just gives you some basic information.
gonna kind of sit that there, I think. How about that over a little bit more? Side maybe. Okay, I was originally gonna put it like either here or here, and while I might be able to squeeze it into there, it's gonna be really tight for the exit and entrance areas coming off of that. Don't know that I'm gonna bother putting in a staff access over here, because I don't think we really need it, because we've got this one up here, right? I mean, we could in theory, but I don't think that's quite needed here for that. Okay, I do want to put in a bathroom. So you guys tell me, what are you excited about for Planet Zoo 2 from the trailer? Are you excited about anything specific? Functioning aquariums. Yes, I am excited about that. That is definitely intriguing. So I will say the video was fairly impressive. I hope it lives up to the video. Like, I kind of like having the two-sided entrances, but at the same time, I don't want it to try to attach to the queue, which it might. So, why are you flickering? My God. Stop it. Alright. We'll kind of have to go with that, I think. Okay, I'm going to pop out of there. Now, my entrance and exit are shaped a little bit differently than they were all the way over yonder. So I am gonna kind of have to redo it from scratch. I am super paranoid, so I am going to hit save. Okay, so what did we do here? We had that arched. Okay. we had that thing. That was a big feature in that. Okay, I'm just gonna kind of sit you over here. Try to clear everything that's selected. Okay. So you aren't like really wanting to join anything over here. So I want you to be there. I kind of kept you the same height. Like throughout. Okay, good. You were pretty much a straight shot. I don't know why this section is flickering so dang much. So how do we want to do that though? That does leave us a bit there. I mean, I could probably put one of those green pillars in the corner. And it would probably be okay. But look how much wider that is. Okay, so that is sort of... No, not really. It's not really lined up. Okay, well, I'll tell you what. This guy, I'm going to split. And then try to even you in there as best as I can. So that is kind of sitting on the edge there. Are you being crooked on... Well, I guess you're technically not crooked. You need a little bit of adjusting. But that's fairly far off of the wall, though. Further than I'm real happy about. Okay, so we're gonna edit. And you. To there. Okay, so if we do solid panel here, here, and here. And do I need that panel there? Like, I don't know. Did I do? It's just gonna kind of be coming out of know that we need that there. It'll help support the plant cover. Completely. Okay, I'm gonna split you. I guess you are an absolute flickery mess. I mean, it looks a little strange, but at the same time, I'm more looking for the visual itself, like the upper part of it isn't going to matter quite so much. When I'm done. So that does pose us with an interesting dilemma here because that sticks out to there. Maybe that side is just that way. Okay, so where did you start necessarily? Okay, that's where I was lining up. It was the one in the middle. So yeah, if we line that up to there, it definitely sticks out and people will clip through there. So I guess that first one will just have to be a little bit longer. Did I change the exit pathway back here? So one thing I'm not sure of. No. Okay, I did leave that alone. Alright. Okay, I do need to duplicate one of you. Of course, the other piece I tried to duplicate, well, did duplicate, brought it with me. Didn't want to stick to anything. This one is like, oh, I'll attach here. I can attach here. I can go here. Okay. No. I also need this guy. Now this side is going to be a little bit fussy. Oh, it's not quite the same size. Over here, because if I do that, then we're in the middle of the pathway, and that's a problem. So we're going to have to very carefully figure out what we want to do. I'm just kind of trying to line that up. How was that? Okay. Have it lined up like that. Reality, I would kind of like it like that. I don't know what I'm gonna do about that though. I might just have to fill in the green pillars in places where I can't get anything else to fit. I might not have a whole lot of choice in the matter. Okay, so we can make this a solid wall. We can make this a solid wall. Wow. Moobot's on the ball tonight. So... oh, they changed their ad. I haven't seen that one before. Give me one moment. Wow, they can't seem to figure out what their organization is. Is it a .com or is it a .org? There's asshat number 1. And now to get asshat number 2. Oh, they both said the same exact thing. Okay. Usually these advertisements finish in .com, but I've been seeing some .orgs pop up. lately. Right, now that we've dealt with that. Okay. Edit. Okay. So that is a slight problem there. No matter how I try to deal with that. Alright. Okay, so how about for right now? I just kinda temporarily pop you into place until we figure it out. Okay. So this one I need to split it because I can't really have you out here. Creating quite that much chaos. I mean, I might get away with you there. There still might be some slight clipping that's gonna happen. Alright, so if that's a solid panel, we make that one a solid panel. Put you there. I mean, it's a little tiny smooshy bit. Awkward there, but I think we're okay. I have to sneeze. Oh, excuse me. Ooh. I feel like alright, that should take care of that. How the heck did that manage to line up? Just lucky, I guess. Alright. Okay, so that's that side. Okay. Now up here. I'm going to Can I edit you? Okay, so some of this is the same building, some of it is not. Good to know. The Nisey strikes again. Okay. So... well, it's that late already. If I put you there... like, I can't have you perfectly lined up on this one, because you will be too far into the pathway there. Okay, I want to edit you. I know I didn't do the other bit yet. We'll get there. One thing at a time. I want to worry about getting this one set lined up before we come back and start being crazy about everything. Okay, so this one. Yeah, I guess that's okay. If I bring you to here, just a minute. Never mind. I'm gonna put you there for right now. You. I'm going to split you. Just slightly. Okay. Alright. So how do I want to do that? Okay. Right. Okay. Okay. So the majority of that is figured out. Okay. Now. Edit. Edit you. that may or may not end up working out there. Okay. So probably jumped the gun there. Putting in the other pieces. 'Cause that is like way too... way too close. Okay. So you... I am actually going to have you to touch like that. Okay. This... Okay. Two. Well, it's gonna be a little tight, but... Alright. Okay, so you... One... I guess we'll do it maybe one at a time here. Actually, no, I don't... That was weird. Okay. So that can pretty much go there. Are you cooking something?
No. I just brought in the dog food. Second dinner. Chicken food's warmed up chicken. Probably smell it.
Okay. Okay. Oh, that's gonna be super awkward, isn't it? Yeah, alright. No, we'll figure out something else for that. Okay, so I'm gonna come in here to edit. Okay. Um... Okay, so this guy. I'm gonna split them. Okay, and you, of course, are freaking out up there. Alright. So that's you. Okay. Now need to duplicate you just a bit. I mean, I suppose we could put a full panel here. Right, so... Okay, so the arches are done there, there, there. These two are done. That, I'm gonna pop you out of there. You, my friend, can't stay there. Actually, are you even in... Like, I feel like you're a little close, but the rest of you is that close. Ah! No! The heck? That wasn't cool. Oh boy, that is just ever so slightly. Just now. Okay. Like, it doesn't have to be super lined up perfect, right? I'm just trying to get it as even as I think I can. Okay. So right here is probably going to be a problem. Probably a similar problem to that one. Okay. Oh, no. Okay. Okay. So let me come in here. Alright, so I'm actually going to take those guys off. Now, it's getting tricky to see how wide these guys actually are here. That's a little chunky. Sorry. Okay. So that side's pretty much good. I'm gonna take that one out. Just for right now. Okay, I'm gonna take you two out. Edit you. Oh wait, hold on. Oh, alright. This particular one. What is the matter here? Was it already separated? Okay. For some reason I didn't think I had separated it properly. Sorry if I'm moving a little bit slower tonight. I have a bit of a headache going. Not full migraine, but I also didn't want to not stream tonight because I've got so much to do in here. I did split the whole thing. Okay. You. Kinda go there. You can go there. So just a small gap between the two. Okay, so that tracks there. Alright. That's fine there. Alright, I'm going to pop that one out of there. So. Do that there. You okay? Alright, this one, we're gonna split. And I'm gonna take you. About there. I'm kind of worried about them clipping into the edge of the walls here because I do have it a little close. But it's fine, right? Ah. Hi. What are you doing, friend? Who is it here that's being done? Are you all being that done? Doesn't look like it. Okay. All right. Yeah. Excuse me. Yeah, alright. Let's see. Alright. And then I swear that was a little tiny baby flicker. Okay. Now. What do I want to do here? What do I want to do? So what if I like pop you there? Alright. And what happens if I move your friend to about there? Somebody just flicker down there. Or was it the sun? Y'all are playing with me. Alright. So if we do... I mean, I know that much is liquor in. Hi, doggo. You just had second dinners. I know you had second dinners. Because Daddy told me. No attitudes from you. No. Absolutely not. No. No attitude. I did nothing to deserve this attitude. Nothing. I simply existed. You can't possibly still be hungry. I mean... Can I make something like that work? I mean, I guess I'd kind of have to, right? Okay. So where else do I still have to figure out the wall situation over here? Okay. Alright, so that piece, I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of this one. Alright, I'm gonna put you there. And I'm gonna come back over here. And see what other pieces I still need for our building. Okay, so we've got this big pillar guy. We're going to grab you. Okay, we've got you now. Please tell me I actually hit duplicate on that. Okay, thank goodness. Alright. Okay, this thing. I need one. Why is that 3 pieces? I thought it was only 2. Is it counting the archway as well? It is. Okay, that's fine. I can figure it out from there. Like, that's not a big deal. I did have a few more pieces being used over here, I think. Maybe. Maybe not. this queue is pretty tight too, so I don't feel so bad now. Alright. Okay, so I didn't have those skinny mini pieces in here. Okay, so I used like this guy. To help fill in extra space. Okay, and then I just have to grab those two plant friends. From our entry and exit points. Hello. Hope you're having a good day. Welcome, welcome. This looks insane. I hope that's a good thing. My own brand of insanity. Alright, so let me drop that over there. I've got one more bush to grab. Okay, cool. You never know. I know it's a bit of a jumbled mess over here at the moment, but I'm getting there. Slowly. I'm slowly making sense of what that area is going to look like. And I do have the full playlist up to now over on my YouTube channel, so as we do the live streams I archive them over there. And I have the link to this playlist pinned in the chat. So right now I'm trying to get the second station sorted for our boat ride. Hey, no problem. No problem at all. Well, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. Oh, lurkers are always welcome. Okay, so we got those pieces brought over. Alright, I think the easiest way to do this, like I still have a bunch of work to do on the walk path through for those that don't want to do the boat. And I've still got a bunch of behind the scenes stuff I have to do. Yeah, don't go that far. Maybe set a an alarm for yourself. Just in case. This thing. Still too hyped up. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm excited for that. Definitely. I am quite excited for that. Not the whole thing. Okay, so we're gonna turn you into a scenery piece. I hope so too. I don't know. I think they can kind of fly, or I think they like glide a short distance right now. Maybe. Maybe. Like, I think the cranes glide a short distance. We're gonna be putting flamingos in soon. Ish. I think I'm gonna put them on the other side of the river here. Because I think maybe E for elephants over here, perhaps. And... or we do E for elephants here, and maybe F for flamingos back here. Both of those are a possibility. But yeah, we will see. Like, I'm excited to see what they're gonna do with it. I'm excited to be able to do aquariums like we could in Oh, you are a flickery mess there. Like we could in Zoo Tycoon 2, I think it was. There was a version. Unless it was a... Maybe it was a DL... No, technically not DLC. It might have been an expansion pack. Might have been as they were just starting to do like the digital downloady things for games. I know you could like download animals. You still had to buy them, but... Like, I don't have to necessarily have a zookeeper mode, although at times, I kinda wish there was one. Only when the zookeeper seems to not be doing the job for some reason. I don't know if they're just overwhelmed or what, and they're just like, nah. I'm like, no, friend. Do the thing. Why are you not cleaning the habitat? And they're like, oh, there's a lot of poop in here, and then they shrug and like walk away. I'm like, hello? Hello? Yes, I know there's a lot of poop in here. You wanna clean it? And they're like, no, it's good. I'm like, the guests are complaining there's so much poop in here. You wanna clean it? Yeah, this is fine. Sometimes they walk too slow, and yeah, so I've dropped them in there. I've like fired zookeepers and hired new ones and dropped them in because I'm like, what are you doing? Like, why are you not doing the thing? I think, what was it? I think it was wild horses I had. And they were just like, I didn't even have that many in the habitat. I think I had like 5. And they were just pooping up a storm, and the zookeeper either just couldn't give up or couldn't keep up and gave up. Or something. Like, I don't know what was going on. But they're just like, meh. I'm like, you have to clean the thing. I've got people protesting now because you're not cleaning the thing. That's about how high that was, right? Just looked at this and can't remember. Oh? Like, that was the one good thing about Zookeeper mode in Zoo Tycoon. I think it was 2. Because Zoo Tycoon 1 was just the pixely version. Yeah. Okay, so I had it... That... Oh, okay. So there it was that top. Okay, that's what I did. Alright, that's what I needed to know. Yeah, but I am excited for see how the preserves work. Or reserve, whatever. I think they interchange the names, for the words. And I'm excited to see how the aquariums work. Because then, you know, maybe we can do, like, shark tunnels and stuff, maybe. I don't know. Your very first sandbox zoo, you had a Formosan black bear, and one guy climbed up onto the platform just to poop, and you sat there and watched him poop a little pyramid that was the height of... Oh my! Okay. Well, I can say I've never seen the game do that. That's interesting. I've just had my zookeepers are like, nope, nothing to see here. I'm like, clean it. They're like, nope, it's good. It's literally not. Why are you? Are you just like a hair's breadth off? Because that is going to drive me Crazy. Like, it looks about right. Like, how do you even have that much poop in there? None of your zoos look this nice because at some point while building you get lazy. Oh, trust me, the lazy is hard to fight. It really is. It really is. It's not easy. And then, you know, I'll forget to go into edit the build and I'll just start adding extra stuff on and I'm like, oh shit. I need to redo this building. So instead of just like duplicating the shell that I've built, I have to rebuild it all from scratch because not everything was on the original build that I did. And when I've tried to redo it to make it all one build, if I do get it all in there, then I can never get it lined up on the next building, and then I get mad and I'm like, this is dumb, I could have rebuilt this by now. You just justify things existing by saying, it works with magic. Yeah. Like, it's fine. Remember, you don't even bother with the realism. I go to a point on the realism and then I'm just like, this is fine. Like, I don't want to get too carried away. I do keep forgetting that a lot of the trees have the climbable thing on them. So I'll just be building along. I'm like, why am I so chuggy? And then I'll click on something and it's like, climbing's turned on. I'm like, why? You're not in an exhibit. And then I have to fix it. But I have done like I'll custom build some things and then other things I'm like, ugh. We'll just go with the sign. They've got one. So like there was like one sign for scarab beetles, but not like a sign for any of the other beetles. So I like custom did a beetle silhouette type deal. Because there's like statues for some things and not statues for others. Your Saki's escaped one day because you forgot to turn off the climbing. And then I've got like some bats. This zoo's children themed, so I went with like alphabet. So I've got like B is for bats. And I wasn't happy with the bat signs in the game, so I kind of went with my own little guy there. I wasn't happy with the bear signage that was available, so I kind of made my own bear. And he's seen some things. That's all we're gonna say about that. And I did like several of the beetles, so I just reused the same beetle sign. And I think my mascot for the zoo is on the workshop. Hang on, sorry, I had to readjust how I was sitting. I need to make sure that the dog wasn't under my chair. Tappy feet the flamingo. The sign is not part of him on the workshop, but he himself is on the workshop somewhere. I have not gotten around to adding my other statues yet, so that's another bear. Where's the other guys? I didn't do one for boars. I've done a few. I was like, why is there a drone floating? It's not a drone. It's a balloon that got away. Alright. I custom did a little alligator guy out of like recycled pieces. Because I wasn't really happy with the alligator signage. Or statues, if there was any. Some of the animals just don't have statues. Or signs, I have come to find out. And I'm like, really? Could we at least get a sign for everybody? I custom built an axolotl statue. You found a Perry the Platypus themed shop on a workshop. Nice. And added it, and then you made a platypus habitat. Oh, that's nice. That's a cute idea. So this thing was the bane of my existence one day. It took forever to frickin' make. And it still looks like a friggin' penis. No matter what I did, I could not get it to not look obscene. But, that was the best I could do.
It's not that bad.
No, it is.
It's really not. You're looking too hard into it. It's an axolotl. It's a derpy axolotl, but that's what you get for making things out of pieces, so
And
not wrong with that.
I know it's not entirely the correct color placement, but I did a little anteater statue as well.
What did you use for the spikes or the tail hair?
The tail, was it tassels? It was tassels.
Wow, that's a lot of pieces.
Of paper tassels,
I'm
yeah.
surprised your computer isn't screaming just looking at that. Tell me, did you at least, like, make a set of 3 tassels and then duplicate it, or did you place everyone individually?
Since it's letting me click on it, probably individual.
Oh, love, you're killing me.
Fuck off. And I think the only other custom guy I did... Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was some sort of paper tassel. Like, I racked my brain trying to find stuff that would work, and it was tough. You cannot question the sanity of a Planet Zoo player. He plays a little bit. He hasn't played in a while. I actually have a playlist, what did we call it? Challenge Accepted, on the YouTube channel, where we gave each other the same set of building rules, and, we challenged each other to see what we could come up with, and we played until somebody hit the goal first, or somebody cried uncle and couldn't take it anymore.
Well, I got burnt out, so...
Yeah.
I've tried to get back into it since then, and just nothing.
I did a custom butterfly statue. I think that's all the custom statues. I don't have any in the cat house.
And to be fair, I'm as bad as her when it comes to making meticulous things. I just... If I... Like, for example, see all... Snuffles! Snuffles doesn't like cats.
No.
See all these,
What?
bush liners?
My little...
No, well, those two. But
The
all
hedges?
those, I've watched you place those individually.
Yes, because
One at a time.
my pathways aren't straight. So in order for me to place them and have them be lined up or go around a curve, I have to do it individually, or else it doesn't look right and it's cutting into the path so much that the guests are going to just walk right through it. So
Yeah, when we were doing our challenge thing, we randomized what we were doing. Like we had like a little wheel to randomize which thing we're going to build that particular session.
yeah, I actually have a park playlist that I was working on before I switched over to this one. I didn't finish that zoo. Sometimes I can duplicate.
Why are your signs floating?
Huh?
Your signs are floating.
Yeah, because I have to fix them.
Oh, okay.
They were originally down below.
Oh, did you have to drag them up to fix them?
And I drug them up top because they were too big once I did all the rock work, and they wouldn't go where the rock, because the rock work went in here and the signs were up there, and then if I dropped them, they were blocking the view. Oh, I'm gonna put something up there. Yeah, you know, they'll just fall in. I'm gonna take the temple wall pieces that I have down here, and I am going to put them up here. None of the guests have made it. Well, no, I've got one guest over here. But this still has to be dealt with. Like I said, I've got a lot to do. And I'm gonna do a covered walkway, kind of similar how I did my bears over here. So I did a monorail underground. But actually, I did another zoo before this one called Streamland Park. And that was an entire random wheel plus animal generator. The chicken in the Swingstop commercial looks really...
Well, of course they did. I mean, we can't go and actually, you know, produce ads the old-fashioned way.
There's... ad break doesn't end for another minute.
Oh, do they completely miss everything we say?
It mutes the stream when ads are happening.
Oh, well that's garbage.
Okay. So, yeah, I had another zoo that, I called Streamland Park. So everything was randomized. I set up a random wheel where I put on there, what was I going to build? Was it going to be a restaurant, a concession, food court area, gift shops, a did I say restaurant?
Yes.
Habitat, exhibit, like that kind of thing. And then if it landed on a habitat or exhibit, then I did a random wheel. Oh no, I used random generator that somebody had made for this, and I would set it to what it was and hit the randomizer and see what we got. I think at one point I was up to 5 restaurants and like 4 animal habitats because it kept giving me effing restaurant on the random wheel. So that was Streamland Park. And I think I got to Okapi and it was right when like the petting zoo stuff came out, and I was like, you know, I kind of want to do a different zoo, and then I bounced into this one. I needed a break from the random zoo. So I'm gonna do something like this for the walkway over by the other stuff where I'm working. It's not going to be this same wooden pillar system. I'm going to go with stone, but it's going to be like the same idea where I'm going to do like a custom railing of some description. And then I've got the monorail underneath where people can see the bear habitats at ground level or from up above. This cave took forever. Whoop.
Because every single stone by hand.
Yes. Look, you. Sometimes it just doesn't look right if you don't. This entire cave system I built by hand around the bat walkthrough exhibits. So I dropped the sides of them and
oh yeah, I did that once. I did that exactly once to make an aquarium. I'm so glad Planet Zoo 2 has normal aquariums, so I don't have to do that again.
capybaras swim between their pools. I saw this one thing where somebody made like a sky bridge for their animals. Who was it? Was it Adam Up? Or was it ZHS Plays or ZH Plays? It was one of them. And I'm like, yeah, but how does that work where it doesn't say that the animals escaped? And then they said that they had to do a bunch of like janky stuff in the settings to so the guests didn't freak out and so that like the escape thingy didn't go off. And I was like, oh, I don't feel like going to that much trouble. So we are working on the queue for the other building. So this one, where's my, there we go. So this is the entrance queue on this side. So this is what I'm trying to do. Something similar on the other side. So they kind of match. And then... Whoop, too tall. And then I just finished hand building this cave. So I had to go with a smaller thing here. So I've got some caimans in here. And then I've got some cranes here. Yeah, I've been told that a time or two. And then I've got some cappies here. And this is going to be the European fallow deer. I just haven't gotten them in yet because their barrier still needs a bit of work. And then this is going to come around here and then into the station. Now, I was originally going to have this entire thing as a cave on both sides of these stations, but then I was like, you know, I don't feel like it. I'm kind of not wanting to do that. So, and then I was like, but what am I going to put over here? And I was like, well, we could do the elephants and the flamingos. I could take the walking path here and scooch it up like around this way. So we can tell we're just kind of winging this layout. I haven't really placed the animals that well planned out. I was like, you know, because then they can see the elephants from here, and then, you know, maybe we can do a little flamingo thingy here, or maybe we can just do the flamingos up here and put the elephants over here. We can just see the flamingos and whatever else we put over here. Yeah, this is just a guessing thing. I actually did a spreadsheet because I didn't want to miss any of the animals, working out how I wanted to classify everybody, because like it's like, okay, what do we want to classify as a C letter animal? What do we want to classify as an E animal? Do we want to do just all of the elephants, or do we want to break it down into type of elephant? And I was like, no, that's dumb. Let's just do blanket elephant, and we can have like the different types of elephants if we decide to do more than one. So it was a lot of trying to figure that out, and then I had to figure out what how many animals I had for each letter. Yes, absolutely. And then there was some that I'm saving for like a petting zoo eventually. Oh, wow. Okay, so that's... One of these things is not like the other. Who do we want to adjust? Everybody's kind of tucked in here. Ugh, you're not tucked in though. Dang it. Okay, so... Alright, we're gonna... Alright, so that was probably like my bad. Time for you to get ready and go party. Sit at a bar and watch your friend's band play rock music while you eat Mexican. Alright.
Enjoy your Mexican food and hopefully not terrible band play.
Yes. Have a good evening. Don't forget a designated driver if you need one. And have a good night. Thanks for stopping in.
Appreciate it.
Yes, thank you. We're gonna need it. Bye-bye. TTFN. Okay, so not the greatest rock job there, but that should be fine. It's fine. I mean, nobody's really gonna see this side that close anyway, because, I mean, you're gonna be up here, right? And I'm gonna have that kind of, like, walled off. But still, there will be some line of sight visibility, but it's not gonna be, like, tremendous, so. That is our wagon stroller parking. Okay, so we've got that there. Okay, this thing. We need to... I started to panic there for a second. I'm like, why didn't it move? And then I'm like, right, we hit duplicate. It did what we told it to do. Don't know why I was expecting anything else. Because I'm silly like that. Okay, so how far into there are you visible? No. Okay, good. You're not visible there either. Good, good. Okay, so we've got that one there. And we've got that one there. Okay, I'm going to duplicate... Well... No, let's not duplicate that one. Let's duplicate this one. I think that is going to be easier. And we are going to flip that way. And we're gonna slide you. Nope, you're still slightly, just a smidgen. Just a smidgen pigeon. Invisible. Okay. How are we looking up top? Okay, up top's good. Alright. Okay. Now. You know what? It's been a hot minute. Since it's gotten a little crashy lately. Let's just make sure we don't have too much heartache, right? Okay. You... Come on over. Okay, that's a slight problem. Okay, you're not really sticking out there, so that's good there. Did I have that issue over here? No. Okay. That's fine then. Okay. So we're gonna duplicate you. And then we'll slide you over to here. I mean, that's probably... okay. Because we... will be popping those pillars into place. Just haven't quite gotten there yet. Alright, so you... kind of go there. Alrighty. You kind of popped into there. You're gonna be quite a long overlap here, so yeah, you're gonna be flickery. Nisey, I have some exciting news to tell you. I started learning new cooking recipes using dandelions yesterday, so you went outside searching for some dandelions and got to harvest some. You learned how to make dandelion syrup, dandelion fritters, dandelion tea, and dandelion jam so far.
How do you make dandelion fritters?
I think you fry them.
Like, I get the rest of them. They're all variants of mash it, seep it, boil it, prepare it.
I think you, like, coat them in either flour or cornstarch and you fry them. I think. Something like that. Well, you've been very busy. It would seem. I've heard of all of those, but the dandelion jam and maybe the syrup. I wonder what that would actually taste like. That would be interesting to say the least. You have some more exciting news to tell me. You finally got a long enough power cord for your small flat screen TV so you can not only watch TV, but you can also use your TV as a second monitor. And just a little bit ago, you watched and finished the first season of live action One Piece series. I didn't know they did that as a series. I thought that was just a movie.
No, they did it as a series.
Oh, I thought it was just a standalone movie. For a brief, well, not super brief, but for a certain amount of time with the other computer, I was using a tiny 13-inch TV as my second monitor, because it was not being used by anyone, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna abscond with this. How do I want to do this? Do I want to do that there? Hang on, I gotta see how I did this on the other side, because that doesn't feel quite right. Well, that's good. That is exciting. I'll say it's super frustrating with the way they've got this display port and HDMI port now, and need all these different cables now. It's frustrating. Okay. So how did I... Okay, so that I kind of just sunk into there. And... Oh. Okay. 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 That... I had a few more solid pieces on the queue on that side than I'm going to have over here. So... I mean, that's probably fine, I guess. Can I link you two, or is there gonna be... There's kind of gonna be a gap no matter what I do right there, huh? And you're gonna be protruding. Nope, actually you're not. But if I bring you to there to cover that, how problematic are you? Are you even touching the ground? I mean, I can put some rocks there. Like that shouldn't be too much of a problem. So no, that's exciting. Sounds like you've been very, very busy. We have not been that busy. The most exciting things that we've done have been to take the doggos. That's a problem. Has been to take the doggos to the Borking place. I can't say it or spell it because he knows what that is. He hasn't quite caught on to the phrasing of the Borking place yet, so... That's what I'm going with that. Okay, so this guy... It's only a teeny tiny bit of that, like, kinda sticking out there. What is Snuffles doing? Why is she there? She only usually lays there when you're not in here. So I find this odd. She's like laying up against our front door. This house is laid out so silly. I already have that there. Okay. We still haven't really figured out anything for our anniversary. Unfortunately, we need to buy a rug shampooer. I had one that lasted for a good number of years. Probably not that good, but for me good. For the amount that I had to use it. Because one of our dogs, ended up having kidney issues. And the boy had the worst aim ever and wasn't hitting potty pads properly all the time if he couldn't wait for us to get him. So that's why we had gotten the rug shampooer. Between that and cat hairballs and all of that at times, we definitely needed one. And that one worked fine until I got the brilliant idea of, hey, this thing has a hand attachment. I'm gonna use it. I've never used it before. But maybe it'll help get this one area. That wasn't the thing to do, apparently. And, I guess because I hadn't used said hand attachment ever until that point, I guess the gasket dry rotted or something.
To be fair, the way it attached to the vacuum was terribly designed.
That too. So I don't know if it was a me user-ish error or if it was just a bad design and was going to have a catastrophic failure regardless of what I did. But when I went to take the hand attachment hose off, water just started pouring out of the tank through this gasket, and it was a full tank. It just went everywhere. We had to grab a shop vac that we fortunately had to try to get all of the water up, because that was a hot mess. And I was like, okay, well, shit, sort of situation. We had to, we're like, well, we're gonna have to save for a new one. And then, hi, Bean. That was Littles. I heard growling. He just walked over and tapped the top of my foot. Hi, that's my toes. Them's my toes, buddy. No, we don't clomb my toes. Are you trying to tell us you want to go to bed? It's a little early. It's a little early, Beanie Boo. You see all stinky beans. So I was like, alright, well, we have to save for a new one. And then my mother-in-law was like, oh, she got it in her head to get us a new one for Christmas. Except she saw, like, the cheapest one that was available and was like, yeah, this'll do. It's on sale. Look at that sale. Except the tank on it was so tiny, I think I had to refill it and dump the wastewater like 5 or 6 times just to get the main high traffic room done. And I'm like, this is taking forever.
Did it even properly work for a full wash?
The suction on it wasn't great. It could have been stronger. It certainly wasn't as strong as the one that we had previously. And I was like, great. I'm like, this just ain't working. I think I tried it like twice. And then like the second time when I went to use it, I was getting so frustrated. And I think you got frustrated for me because you're like, you're still not done? I'm like, no, I have to keep doing this. This tank is tiny and it's like not really sucking up that well. So I have to keep going over the same spot to even remotely see any difference whatsoever. And so you're like, no, this thing's not worth the box it came in. And we ended up getting rid of that. And a little while later, we got a different one. And I used it like 3 times. And the third time I went to use it, it scared me because it started smelling like it was burning. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, well, this thing's cursed now. I don't want to touch it. It smells like it's burning. And then it smoked a little bit. And I'm like, oh, crap. You know, I don't want to get electrocuted. There's a whole tank of water on this thing. Like, the whole 9 yards. I was afraid to touch it. Husband ran it outside on our porch for a minute. And he got the burning smell to stop, and we weren't really sure what had happened. We think maybe one of the dogs used it as target practice instead of going on their potty pad. And we didn't see them do it. And he said it worked fine. I think I used it that time after we got the burning smell to go away, and then I went to use it the next time, and it wouldn't turn on. There was no response from the motor whatsoever. I was like, okay, now I really don't want to touch this thing with a 10-foot pole anymore. And I'm upset because that was expensive. We were gonna see about renting one, but it's like $40, $30, maybe $40 after you get the cleaning solution to use in this thing for the rug doctors to rent them. And we're like, so if we rent this like X number of times, we could have just replaced the one that we had and then not have to worry about getting it back by a certain time, having the right solution and all that. So I think we've decided that we need to, as much as it burns our asses, buy a new one. Hi, what's the matter? Welcome to the complaints department. How may I help you? What is your complaint, Mr. Dog? Are you still hungry? Or do you want Lady to go to bed? Look, Bean thinks you're being ridiculous. Bean wants you to play with him. That's a... Hi. No borking. No. No. Are you borking at Bean? You're borking at Bean. Look out, Bean. He's borking. So, we're not really going to do anything extravagant for our anniversary this year. I'd really like to do something next year, but I don't know if we're going to be able to. Because it depends a lot on logistics of where the mother-in-law is. Because if she's not in town, we can't do anything. And my mom wanted to... Excuse me! My mom wanted to possibly go see my brother one more time. So whatever money we had would end up going to that, and we're not going to get it paid off before our anniversary. Which sucks, because it's a big anniversary.
What's going on now?
But I wanted to do something for our anniversary next year. I don't know, because your mom has to be around. But...
Or it'll have to be something relatively limited. Shit.
But there's not a whole lot we can do, because she might want to go see my brother again next year.
Well, that is also next year in old age. So.
Well, that doesn't change the fact that we still have cats and Snuffles. I mean...
Yeah, but if we prepare properly... Enough!
No, he's mad.
Enough.
No.
I'm well aware, but you're not getting a third just yet. Give me a minute.
The old man has spoken. I don't know, maybe we can go to the Omaha Zoo?
Yeah, I mean, we could do something for a couple days.
That's not too far.
Because what's Omaha Zoo? Like how far away is that? Is it the East trip?
I think it's about a 6 to 8 hour drive from here.
Yeah, so we could take off, go to a hotel, spend the night, go to the zoo, spend the night, come home.
Yeah. So I think next anniversary is gonna be our 20th. I believe. If my math is mathing. Which it doesn't always. I'm well aware of that. But that's supposed to be quite a zoo. It's either that or we go to the St. Louis Zoo. But I'd really rather go to the Omaha one. Although St. Louis Zoo is free, I think? I think Taco was telling me that one was free.
Where? Omaha?
St. Louis.
St. Louis.
She says it is, but I don't know.
And how far away is that?
I don't know. How far is that? And let's see.
Literally right there, first choice.
Okay. About 6 hours.
Okay, so same thing either way.
Um,
We'll have to see which one looks better.
Yeah, it's like a half hour to an hour difference depending on what road you take.
Well, kind of depends on which one's better then.
I think the Omaha one is probably better. That one has aquariums and stuff too on property.
We probably go with that one.
It was so funny. I was looking at hotels up that way. Alright, good night. Alright, you have a good night. Next live stream will be on Tuesday. Migraine permitting. What do I want it to... Oh, okay, that's not correct. That's fine. You can come back over to here. So I think when I was looking at hotels, it was actually cheaper to stay in Iowa across the river and then just drive the 15 minutes over to the zoo. Which I thought was kind of hilarious. I was like, okay. Like the hotel prices were like quite a noticeable difference. There was some like within walking distance. I was like, oh, that would be fun. But I don't know how walkable it would be from the hotel. I think it said it was... There were some hotels that were like 10-minute walk from the zoo, and then you know, there's others that are a little bit further. Oh, no, that's not gonna work. There is a smaller one of these. What are you? Let's see, was it under here? Oh, it's sad that we're losing a lot of our food options that we liked in Key West, though.
You barked for it. Come on.
I had to put Chimkin in it last time. Let's see, is it that one?
Yeah, get up for it. Come on. See, Booger, you just barked for it.
Unless he was barking about something else that he can't have right now. Because it's way too late.
So sad.
Yes, she does. That's how she... That's how she perfects her princess act. On you, Mr. Man. Dog has him wrapped around his, her little furry paws. Not even our dog. Technically. Okay, so what do I want to do about this? Because this doesn't fit, right? Did I try that already? Oh no, well, yeah, no. It sticks out just a smidge too far, so I guess we're just gonna leave that open. That's fine. It's not like a super huge problem. Okay. So over here. Going to grab you. Like, I was hoping that we were going to be able to get back to Key West for, because we got married there for our 20th anniversary, but that's not going to happen. We've got some house repairs to make. It's just, it's not going to happen. We can't seem to get in to the hotel we want, even in our anniversary month. Because it's booked solid. And it's out of our price range now. Like, the only time we can really afford to go is like the end of hurricane season, when it's a crapshoot as to whether or not there's going to be a hurricane and your trips may or may not happen. I mean, we did have to contend with the ice storm in Mississippi. Getting home when we went to Florida the end of January, beginning of February, because we were trying to accommodate the mother-in-law getting out of town, and then they ended up staying till the middle of May. After all that. But, again, also not around our anniversary, but we're having difficulties because the places that we like to eat at are closing down in Key West as well. We weren't like huge fans of Hard Rock, but it was an option on our list. And a previous time we were there, it was pretty decent. The last time we were there, it was pretty terrible. And then that, we like went there, we went to a bar, restaurant, mostly bar, called Big Cheesies. We didn't, like, we don't drink, but their food was really good. And in our price range. Which is hard to find down there. I will say that. And, they closed sometime last year. Which was just awful. And then there's another bar that husband liked their BLTs at. But they always have live music going, and it was so loud in there that it got to be a lot for me. Again, we didn't really drink. Any drink that I got was usually just a virgin daiquiri. But the other place that we ate at, their prices have gone up. That was kind of shocking to see that for a side of french fries now, it's $7. Like, they're not fancy french fries either. It's just regular seasoned french fries. Like, not anything fancy. It's not like it's truffle fries or anything like that. Just plain old ass french fries. I'm like, holy shit. $7 fucking dollars? I think last time it was like $5 for a side of fries. Which, you know, a little pricey, but not bad for there. But the prices are getting super expensive when we, and I get it, they're like at the end of the country, right? So everything has to be trucked in food-wise and fuel costs and all that. I get it. I'm not happy about it, but I get it. But when we were away, in January, the sort of diner cafe that was across the street from our hotel in Fort Myers Beach. Everything we had was great. We had burgers. I had chicken parmesan. I had chicken Alfredo. I had chicken tenders. Like, all of it great. They had a fantastic brownie to die for. I mean, that fucker was thick and rich. Like, you could only, like, they gave you a good size, like a palm-sized, like, fingertip to palm-sized chunk of brownie. Like, that thing took me like 3 days to eat. Because it was so rich, you couldn't eat all of it at once. So I was like having some nibbles after dinner and then some nibbles in the morning for breakfast if I didn't like the hotel's breakfast. We could have gone there for breakfast, but we were trying to watch the budget because we didn't know how long we were going to be stuck there. As in, stuck in Florida, so we were trying to make what money we had last as long as we could. Which was a bit of a challenge. We had to cancel some things off of our list of activities to do to keep us busy. This guy is gonna slide over to here. What time is it? I do not know if we're going to get that bathroom started. We might not. Like I said, I might try to do some speed building off stream maybe. We'll see, because I'm working on some other stuff. I'm working on an embroidery piece off stream right now. That's I want to keep going on. And that takes a surprising amount of time. French knots take a long time to put in. More time than you would think. So that's kind of crazy, but do I want to do the big piece or do I want to try to get the short one? Let's just go with that one. Okay. Oh, nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Oh, the return of the itchy eyeballs. It's rained for days. And today was overcast. I think we might have had a sprinkle here and there in our part of the state. There were some storms around us. Sorry, I had to itch my eyes. Okay. I didn't take nearly enough allergy medicine earlier. I only took like half a dose. What was I talking about? Oh, so now I think like all of the pollen is going crazy out there. Making up for it. So it was pretty warm out there today. It was in the high 70s. Sunday it's supposed to be in the 90s. Which is kind of crazy. Oh, that's a flickering mess. How noticeable is it gonna be? Because, I mean, if it's not gonna be that noticeable, then I'm just gonna leave it and be like, heck it. Okay. You... I don't know if I'm done with you. I might need you on the bathrooms. Okay. So this guy. Let's flip him upright. Okay, so no matter what I do there, probably gonna need to extend that. With a pillar. Oh, you're very tall. Okay. You're just a smidgy smoo off. Smidgy smoo? Okay. Alright, so you... I need you to at least pretend to be of similar height. If you could do that for me. That would be fan-freaking-tastic. Okay, do I need any more of you? Okay, what if we were to pop you into there. Does that make sense? Is that gonna be weird? I mean, little of column A, little of column B. But I think we can kind of make that work. Okay. Alright, so how do we look? Look fairly good. Fairly good. Alright. Okay, the other side still looks fine-ish. Okay. Oh no, that one's fine. I was like, I missed a panel. What? No, I didn't. We're good. We're good. Do 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 do. I mean, I could go to there and kind of enclose that a little bit more. So, you. Right, that's not so bad. Okay. Hopefully, I don't have a migraine all weekend. So that I can get some stuff done. Because that would super suck. What the heck just happened? Okay. I'll grab this one next, I think. So I'm gonna kind of pop you into there. And then you okay. So I think for these ones, I kind of did the in-betweeny panels of those. And then that guy can go there. And there. And okay, that one's probably good enough. Okay. So you I didn't look at those new statues. that they gave out for free yet. Kind of forgot about him. Like, I saw the thing on the game board. Is it centerpieces? Doesn't really have a DLC though, they just kind of gave them. That's not them. Oh, here's one. Planet Zoo sculpture. Like, that's kind of cute. I just wish that we like had the animal they represented, and we don't yet. Planet Zoo sculpture headdress. That's tiny. So wait, so like... Oh, okay. So can the fish wear the headdress too? Or like, no. No, it doesn't want to clip to the fish. Case. I mean, they're cute. So it kind of seems like a little, excuse me, a little touch of like an Aztec-y theme. Kind of, sort of. Okay. Goodness, I am tired. Can't give too much there because that gap is just the size of what I need there. So that is kind of clipping into the bathroom building, unfortunately. I think I can still make it work though. Excuse me. So if I move you out to there, that actually covered the disc, or the little light up thingy, fairly well. For like the ride operation indicator. Your check-in point, if you will. Okay. So I don't have like a whole lot of those, but we've got a few. And I think I'm okay with that amount. Alright. So, this guy. And flippy flu. Alright, so we're gonna flip you upside down. And start to get you kind of worked in here. Now, I still technically need to do a landscaping pass around the outside of this. That is still something that needs to happen. It's probably going to be a little bit until that happens. But it is something that I do need to do. Oh, nope. Probably... I don't know if it's gonna happen tonight or not. Probably not. Eventually, yes. This guy... I know they've got more than one size on this. But... like we were talking about earlier, sometimes the lazy hits and it's like, nah. It's fine. I might feel differently when I go to do the actual landscaping pass, but for right now, this is fine. No issues whatsoever. So I'm kind of using these two sets of plants as my my roofing material here. So, onward we go. Now, I'm okay if we kind of have that, like, cross in between them. Like, that's kind of cool. Being, like, branched over from the other building there. That's fine. Now, I used this on my staff entrance gates. My staff access gates throughout the park that I put in. I used the bramble bushes over the bear's walkway. I don't know what I'm gonna cover the walkway with over here. Because not everybody's gonna be happy with the same biome over here. So I might have to go with like sunshade fabric or something instead. If I'm not able to get away with some sort of large ground cover. I know this seems silly, but it looks really good from underneath. I used this in the Streamland Park build for the Hippity Hoppity house. I flipped this upside down and stuck it on the roof to give it more of like a foresty feel inside the building. I believe that we changed the light color on these. After the fact. I seriously hit duplicate on that again. I did. Okay. So these just kind of got like smooshed up in the plants here every so often. And when we changed it to the green, it felt a little more foresty. A little scary doing this blind, meaning that I'm not sure of my placement because I don't have the lights brought down. So I don't know if I'm overdoing or underdoing. I could have put these like in the pillars. That was absolutely an option. But I don't know, it just felt a little more whimsical. And it brought me so much joy when I did it upside down. I'm like, yeah, why not? It's our zoo, gosh darn it. We're gonna do what we want to do. As long as the zoo keeps letting me load it. That's like our main limitation, right? If for some reason my computer screams uncle on this build and is like, no more, you're dead, then I do have another build plan up my sleeves that we can work on while waiting for 2 to come out. Or depending on what's wrong, I might have to try to upgrade my RAM. So I don't know if that would help.
What's up now?
I said if this zoo suddenly decides to not load.
If it suddenly decides to not load, no upgrade that we can afford is going to help.
That's gonna be a sad day. Alright, let's see. Okay. Well, you, I can go ahead and get rid of. All of you guys, I still might need. I'm gonna move y'all back here, though. Just to get you out of the way. Although I did get rid of that other wall piece. I might have still needed that. You know what? I don't think I need you anymore. You guys are probably good to go. Okay. Now. Oh, you know what I need to bring over? No, you don't know. Can you guess? Maybe. Maybe not. I need one of you. And one of you. We are gonna duplicate you. I feel like I still have to do that back of the house mess. That's what I was thinking of recording. But I think we'll just keep plodding along, and then in the background I can try to finish things up. Okay. Why would you set to clean this every 2 years? Why? For a bathroom? Oh my word. Things would be walking out on their own. That's kind of terrifying. For a public bathroom? Okay, we... What do I have over here? For staff. Are you regular? Did I assign? Holy crap, your senior rating's at 100% and I haven't done anything to you. Okay, you don't have a staff room perk yet. Alright. I need to... was a lot easier. How did I not know I could do that from that menu before? Oh, because I'm usually making new ones, so I'm not usually adding to existing that often. Okay, does it tell me? I don't think it does. Alright, I am going to add. Staff happiness at 98%. Well, that don't seem right. How is the yearly tax costs only $25? I have questions. I didn't end up adding any cameras. Hold on. It's been a minute. I don't want it to freak out when I go to hit play. Okay. Because after you hire staff, you have to hit play. So that their hiring actually puts them into a position where it's like official and you can put them in a work zone. So if you've hired them but they're still floating and not down on the path, no matter how many times you try to click them, it doesn't let you click them. At least for me, it hasn't. Okay, and then you are going to get the same one. Okay. Alrighty. Okay. This building. Oh, stop flickering. Do you mind? So after we get like the ride done, I will probably transition back to the Australian wood at some point. There's gonna be sirens going by in a minute. Microphone may or may not pick them up. Didn't quite sound like an ambulance. I'm not sure what that was. I mean, it could have been. If you could, like, stop flickering, that would be super great and awesome. But I can see you're not going to. You don't seem to be all that interested. So what's the point of... Oh. That's the point. Never mind. I answered my own silliness. Okay. Really? You're gonna be... trouble there. Alright then. Okay, let's come back into here. And where are they? There you are. Man, that guy just wants to be an absolute flickery disaster. Okay, let's go into doors. Like, I don't know, maybe we should do more of the stone for, like, the flamingos and the elephants and then switch back over to the Australian wood. Gotta look at my spreadsheet. So the deer are gonna go in the middle. And then we have 3 different elephants and an emu to choose from for E animals. F, we have a bit more to choose from. We've got the 2 flamingo species. We've got some froggy guys. And a couple of foxes. So we definitely have some options there. So I'm kind of torn though about where we want to put the restaurant and the elephants. I really kind of thought maybe this weird spot here would be good for the restaurant. I was really thinking having the restaurant looking out over the elephants, but elephants can be kind of stinky, so maybe that's not the best option. So maybe we do the restaurant here and then have like a little froggy place, maybe. I don't know. Frogs can go down there. We can figure out what goes next to the elephants later. And we could maybe do some landscaping in here. Take this pathway up this way. Maybe have some ears for elephants here. And then maybe our flamingos back in here. Potentially. Don't know where staff buildings might go for all of that. But we can figure that out when we get there. Okay, anyhow, doors. I'm gonna try to lean that up so it's not flickering quite so bad. It's like the plainest door I have. I mean, it doesn't look bad. Like, not really. Making sure it's not like stuck to the ground. Okay, so what if we in here with this guy and it's a little thick, but what if we do a little something like that? Might need to change the color of the trash cans over here. For like a split second, I had it. Alright, so... can only change the one color. It's that or we go with a different type of trash can. But I think we're okay there. So this is the pink light. I am going to swap that out for a greenish hue here, at least for this section. There, so we had a house rule of no pre-builts unless we built them in a different zoo. And there are blueprint, and nothing from the workshop. So, let me see. Did I... did I do a recolor of this? I do not know. Like, I feel like I do. But then again, it's me. Aw, Froggy. So that was the frog statue that I built for that hippity hoppity house, and we also have a lizard. Did I build a recolor of you? That's one of them. But I don't know. No, that's the brown and pink version. Did I not? Maybe I just blueprinted it. Like, not blueprinted, but maybe I scenery pieced it. And that's what I'm thinking. Alright, well. It's not gonna be on any of you, because I didn't do your staff buildings yet. Oh, okay. I just went with the standard. Okay. I mean, that's fine. Surprised I didn't change the colors on there, but it looks like we did not. Sure. Okay, that is definitely not straight. That's actually not bad. Right, so do I want to do it up there? Or will you... Yeah, you don't really fit in the... Not really. Did I... Are you not that straight after all? I mean, it could just be that one door is sunk in further than the other. So... Do you want to do it in between there? Or do we want to put it at the top? I guess I would go with the darker gray. So it's a little bit set apart. Do, 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 do. That is huge. Okay, so background color. Symbol color. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. Oh gosh. That. Yeah, one of those doors was not as pushed in as the other. Maybe where? Okay. You and you. You can get slid over there. Oof. Yeah, no. That ain't it. That ain't it at all. Alright. I think that might be a little bit better. Maybe. Okay. But we need you for the restaurant, though. I might want you for the restaurant. And here lies my dilemma. Alright, for right now. Just to get you out of my way. At least until I get said restaurant put in. You all can go hang out over here. Temporarily. Okay, I don't really know where that landscaping bit is going to end up, so for right now it's just going to kind of sit there. Okay, and you, my friend. Oh, but it's not gonna work. I need to neurotic Nisey doesn't know how far I embedded that in the ground. So when we moved that, it changed the height. Because of course it did. Okay. If I can get one of you kind of put into there. Okay, so we did get the wagon and stroller parking in. We did get the exit area put in. We got the queue entrance area put in. And we got the bathroom put in. Things that we still need to do over here. We need to finish landscaping around the outside of these of the queue and the exit and these couple of buildings here. that one I had? No. Maybe it was. No. Alright, we'll leave it alone. We'll leave it on that one. Okay. So, I still need to put in a couple of security cameras, some benches, and do a landscaping bit out front in here. And a little bit like down the side here. Perhaps, why are you being weird? You are being weird. Oh. And I still need to do a little bit of landscaping around the riverbank here. We've got a lot to do there. With some different rocks and things. We need to get this staff area gussied up. Your CR rating's only at 19. You're at 100%. Where are you at? You're at 72. How's my I hate everything about you? Okay. Not touching anything guesty wise, that's great. Oh, the blue is the guess. Okay, cool. Alright. That's fine. And, like, I'll try to landscape a little bit in here, just so it's not so woof. There's only so much I can do over here until we get the Ellie Jellies in. So, next week's goal, essentially, is to finish up landscaping around in here, get some benches in, do a lighting pass on the landscaping, get a security camera in, get some benches in, do a little bit of landscaping in here, maybe a little bit around the curve here, and to get these buildings done. Like this area here. Should I get all of that done? I mean, a lot of that depends on what time we start, right? And how quickly I'm moving. Should I get all that done, then we will start to figure out the deer, because we need to get them next before we start worrying about out here. And eventually, once we get the deer done, then I need to come back and finish the walkway, right? And then I still need to do over there. I had originally held off doing the buildings over here because I didn't know if I was going to have to move them. It depended on how the river went in. Like, I wasn't sure what I was going to do with that at that point in time, because the river can be kind of funny with buildings and stuff, and I knew it had to go in a loop. I couldn't do the back and forth shuttle like I can with the monorail, so we kind of had to figure that out. If I do anything away from stream, I will record it, and I'll either do it as a speed build or just real-time post it. It depends. I can try to do it as a speed build. It depends on how much time I have to edit. So yeah, we're getting there. Slowly. We are getting there. But that, I think, is going to do it for tonight. I'm kind of tired. So don't forget, the rest of this zoo's build is archived on the YouTube channel. There's a link to that playlist pinned in the chat. There's other playlists on the YouTube channel for different things that we've done. There's playlists for different art projects, different games. We dabble in a little bit of different things. There's also a link to the main channel itself, not a specific playlist, although you can get there from the playlist, obviously. Down below, somewhere in the socially bits. There's also links to the Ko-fi page and the YouTube channel. Oh, I didn't know that one was Moobot. I forgot. I don't have anything posted to eBay right now. That's fine. There is a link to the eBay store, but I don't have anything up right now. But yeah, there's links to Ko-fi and Blue Sky and all of the things. Next live stream is supposed to be Tuesday, migraine permitting. And we should be back in Dinkum. And we're still hunting for some more iron, so that we can get some things built that I need iron for. Wednesday we'll be back to working on the embroidery canvas. Thursday the plan is to start our new needle felting project. And then next Friday we'll be back in here. That's the plan as of right now. I don't believe I'm doing an extra stream tomorrow. The husband has D&D now on Sundays, so I can't stream during that. And Monday he has just fuck about time with his D&D group where they just do whatever. Right now they're currently playing Helldivers. So I will see everybody on Tuesday. If that changes, I will post on Blue Sky, so don't forget to follow there. And don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and turn the notifications to all. It defaults to personalized, or at least it had been defaulting to personalized, because you never know when I might get something edited and popped up that we didn't stream at all. So, I'm gonna go. I'm tired. I'm rambling. I know I am. So you all have a good night. Have a good weekend. Stay safe. And until next time, everybody.